Hello again, my name's Gabe Zollner. This is the 10th of December 2017. If you listened to President Trump's speech, which I hope you did, and if you didn't, go Google it. It's incredibly worthwhile. Great investment of your time. You'll hear what President Trump has to say. And what he focuses in on is the corruption throughout various agencies. Now here's something I want you to think about. If you take a look at the references that are being made, we hear shadow government, we hear dark state. But you know what? It's neither one of those. You know what it is? It's a cult. And here's why it's a cult. If it's a shadow government, then you've got people coming and going. If it's a dark state, you got people coming and going. But if it's a cult, the only way they go is when they pass away. That's when they go. But in order to continue the beliefs of the cult, they have to bring in new members. This has been going on way before the assassination of JFK. And what President Trump is really doing to himself is he's putting himself in the crosshairs of those that are running this cult. What President Trump should consider doing is deputizing the American citizens that are armed and are supportive of his cause, which should be your cause, which should be my cause, which is the protection of further future generations. President Trump could amass an army of 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 million armed militia men and women that have the same interests, which is to protect this country for our children and our grandchildren. When I started out making videos, it'll be 5 years on the 13th of January 2018. My objective was to try to enlighten people so there will be a future for my children, for my grandchildren, for your children, and for your grandchildren. President Trump again has put himself into a very precarious position. He is exposing what's referred to again as the dark state. It isn't a dark state. It isn't a shadow government. It's an evil cult. If you take a look at which cult it might be, Skull and Bones. You know, the ones that the Bushes all belong to. Folks, I don't make the news. What I do is I sit back, I look at the pieces of the puzzle, and I've been doing this for 5 years. 12 to 14 to 16 hours a day. Between what YouTube took down, which was 18,300 videos, and the videos I now have up on ZollnerReport.com, that's close to 20,000 videos. I want you to think about that number. Do you not think that I have more than a clue of what's going on? Alex Jones, he spends too much of his time pushing the pills that he pushes, or the elixir juices that he pushes. This is all I do. And I do it for you. We need to have President Trump bring a militia together so we can protect him like he's trying to protect us. That's sort of what I think. And you know why I think what I think, don't you? The Bushes need to be held accountable for the takedown of the Twin Towers and the slaughter of innocent American people. George H. Bush needs to be held accountable for the assassination of JFK, and probably JFK Jr. Hillary would never have become a senator if JFK Jr. would not have been blown out of the sky in his airplane. You think not? Why do you think they cremated the remains? Why do you think they even looked for the remains? They've never looked for the remains of any other aircraft that went down in the Atlantic Ocean, other than Amelia Earhart. Folks, wake up, smell the coffee, get behind President Trump. Ask him to deputize us so we can protect him as he's trying to protect us, to protect our future generations. Thanks for listening.